A lot of models have their own individual style. They almost set trends actually in the studio, and the stylists will pick them up. So models who are good can see what's coming next and pick up little bits and bobs in a vintage shop or something like that. We had a model called Susie Bick, who's a quite well-known British girl, and she had a really individual style, which I think a lot of stylists copied at the time. But most models that are good have the knack of knowing how to dress and what's coming in the future.
A big thing we're looking for in girls, and one of the things our models really have to convey, is their own personal sense of style. Obviously, to work in this interest, we're not telling you that you have to look the most fashionable and you don't have to adhere to the most current trends, because one of the biggest things is for you to dress and present yourself in a way that really suits yourself. But obviously the girls need to look like they do have an interest in fashion. One of the things we cannot stress enough, was one of the good things about the show, is that this career can be a really life-changing experience for girls as long as they work really hard at it. It's completely unparalleled in the form of a career where they can get to travel, see the world, and also where they're really looked after.
I think you have to be quite highly strung to be a model, or a good one, and there's an element of not wanting to conform in some of the models, so they can be naughty, and when they're sort of struggling, they're not as naughty as when they're successful. When they're successful, they can get away with a lot, which quite a few models tend to do. Which means being late, forgetting the job, the bookers have to find them. It means not liking the job and making it very clear. But of course, nowadays it's a little bit different than when models were really, really powerful was in the 90s. Nowadays, there are so many girls to compete with, particularly since the Eastern Bloc opened up. So there's amazing Russians and Ukraine girls that, in other words, the market is flooded with models, and a lot of stunning models. So it's not as bespoke as it used to be. So if you misbehave, you get cancelled now, whereas before there weren't enough of you to cancel, and the client needed you as a model. But I quite like naughty models.
Most of these models were transformed by the media. They were invited onto top chat shows, and they became more than just faces. They became personalities and created the supermodel era.